So ecology as a subject, it is not just going out of field or perceiving animals or studying behavior. It contains different aspects. So here we are talking about different parts of genetics. We also studied physiology. We also studied the behavior. We study how evolution works out, how the life cycle goes on. Okay, it all encompasses together to form a subject that is ecology. So to define ecology, ecology is the study of relationships. Here we all studied how chemicals and parasites and put the effect on the individuals which are engulfed by different organisms like birds and snails, and how the circulation happens. These are there are We are talking about interactions, and then how these determine the distribution. So we talked about how global declining happen over these issues. There are other issues of pesticide which are also affect which are the root causes of the global decline, how it is affecting the abundance, because the deformities are causing them to be eaten by birds, which is reducing their abundance in that particular region. So it is very interesting to study how different effects of different factors and the relationship between these organisms to their environment is causing changes in the distribution and abundance. This is what ecology is all about. Ecology is the scientific study of relationships between organisms and their environment or the surrounding, and interactions that happen in between organisms with respect to different factors, which in turn determines what will the distribution in that particular region, how the population will change, how the population will move out, and what will be the abundance of that population in that particular region. So these kind of studies inherently have different aspects. So we are talking about energetics, we are talking about evolution, development, regulation, behavior, diversity, and this affect from starting of the cellular level, and it goes on till an organism is formed. So we can see effect of different factors, all these factors causing direct effect to an organism. Now in ecology we deal with the subjects above an organism. So we start with an organism combined to form population, which in turn combined to form community, ecosystem, landscape, biome, and ecosphere. So we will deal with all these levels of ecosystems. So levels of ecology that we call as hierarchy we'll study in detail. We all know the hierarchical arrangement of ecology, and we know different levels of ecological aspects. So it starts with an individual and then grows up to biosphere, which is the entire biological biome and the biological entity of the earth. When we are talking about an individual, we are studying what different characteristics help him survive or help it survive and grow and reproduce. So we are dealing with an individual's physiology, we are dealing with an individual's behavior. And then when a collection of individuals is called population. Our population here refers to a group of individuals of the same species at a particular given time in a particular given area. So whenever we are talking about population, we deal with the numbers of how many individuals are increasing, decreasing, what are the factors that are affecting the population. And many different populations of different species together form a community. So there might be different species living in a particular area or a region having a singular or specific resource. So here we will talk about how different populations or how different species interact with each other in that particular area within that particular resource. And when we go on a larger scale, we see how different communities and different populations have been placed over one particular geographical region, which we denote that as an ecosystem. Here whenever we talk about ecosystem, we are talking about effect of environment, effect of different resources. We are not mentioning here a specific or single resource. There are multiple resources that are affecting. So we are talking about a large scale. And ecosystem is usually defined by a particular set of geographical aspects. So when we talk about ecosystem, we'll be dealing with different questions like how is rainfall affecting different communities or the population, what is the changes of temperature doing to the variation in the population, or how are the communities reacting to it. So these are the specific questions like productivity, energy flow, which we talk about when we are dealing with ecosystems. Now multiple ecosystems may be in a particular geographical region which is governed by a set of rules, and this is called as landscape. So it might be, a particular land or a water or a seascape. So it varies with differential factors. Here we are talking large scale. We are not here only restricted to individuals or organism or biological life. Here we are including different physical factors. Now it can be soil, it could be topography of a region, there might be mountains, there might be river, and how these different factors, these physical factors, large scale physical factors, affect the diversity and the movement, or how these factors affect the structure of community. So these are the questions that we deal with. Next goes, and the next is when we increase the land size. Just imagine that, and different landscapes are coming in one particular region. So it is governed by specific climatic factors. A biome is a region which is governed by specific climatic factors. For example, we can talk about tropical biomes, or tropical rainforest and biomes, and what are the, so Indian region have a particular specific biome that we're talking about. We're dealing with tropical biomes. There are temperate biomes. There are different water bodies in, and when we talk about inside water and aquatic systems, there are different coral bodies which have different landscapes which we deal with. Here are landscapes. Here are tidal zones. Here we talk about coral zones. Here we talk about beach, and there are many different aspects and many different landscapes that we'll be dealing with when we talk about a biome. And all the collective biome form as a biosphere. So biosphere is the highest level of organization in an ecological scale. So this is just an overview of the things that we'll study about. We'll deal with every particular term that's said here in detail. We'll be talking about individual, population, community, and different aspects of that. This is all things about the biological realm we'll deal with. So we have organisms that we are talking about, but organisms always interact with their surrounding, and we in turn name that as environment. So we have a specific environment, that is our surrounding in which we live, and it includes all the living, non-living part, and apart from that, energy, as well as different factors which directly or indirectly affect the individual. So when we talk about an organism's environment, it deals with differential factors, maybe precipitation, maybe temperature, maybe specific organisms, microorganisms. So all of these inherently put an effect of the normal ecology of an organism. So let's take an example of the temperate rainforest, where the differential amount of precipitation and temperature regulates the entire ecosystem. So here we can see the variation in precipitation will lead to change in the soil texture and soil nutrition, which will be fodder for the microorganisms, and increase in microorganisms and the leaf foliage will result in more production of nutrients, which will increase in the production of plants, and the plants will be eventually be fed by herbivores, which will be eaten up by birds. Okay, so the increase in the foliage on the ground will be a beneficial amount for the microorganisms, right? But the foliage, when falls down from the tree, also leads to the formation of open spaces from which the sunlight can penetrate to the ground. The canopy is open up for sunlight. Sunlight falls to the particular region, the soil dries up, leading to changes in soil structure, the water content, and the availability, as well as nutrient flow that regulates and maintain the availability of microorganisms. And it is important to understand how different physical factors also affect and regulate the entire ecosystem. So we'll go in detail with understanding how different physical factors or the physical environment of the organisms regulate the structure and function of the ecosystem. So that leads to a very interesting question. That is, what determines whether an area would be a forest or a desert or a grassland or any other ecosystem that we know? The answer is weather, or to be precise, it's climate. So the difference between weather and climate is weather talks about short-term changes that happens over factors like rainfall or light or wind over a particular area, whereas climate deals with long-term changes in patterns of weather. So climate deals with long-term changes in patterns of weather. Now that can be over a particular area, like regional or local, or it can also talk about global change. Global change in the pattern of weather that includes different factors like wind, precipitation, movement of clouds or cyclonic storms, and temperature, sunlight, variation, radiation, etc. So these all factors combine together to show the variation that happens over different ranges, that might be local, that might be global. And in short, these are the factors which determines if an area would contain more amount of trees or more amount of organisms, or it would be barren, or it will be covered with snow. So we'll discuss all of the factors in detail